Hey pottery people, I've had a couple of people request how did I make this bowl, and so I'm going to put together a quick little video and I hope you follow it through. Good luck. Let me see what you do. Hi and welcome back. Alright, so my clay is already rolled out to about 1/4 inch and I have compressed both sides. I am now going to use this little template I made, which is basically the size of a ruler, a yardstick, and it is about 15 inches in length. I won't need that much in length, but I'm going to start with that because you want to flow it over the sides, because so they weave in together. It will use up more of your clay. So I'm starting with 15 inches. So right now I'm going to do is texture it. And I've taken some MKM rollers, but I also have mulberry papers and other kinds of rollers to create any kind of texture that you want. I like a lot of texture. You do whatever makes you happy. Now that my piece is totally textured, I'm going to go ahead and mark my strips, my slats, so that I can start using them right away. After I have the slats cut, I like to take I've used a plastic bag, piece of wrap, plastic wrap, and I smooth the edges on the cut side down a little bit just to soften them before I put them on the form. And I just find this helps save a step, or at least makes that step a little easier. Just smooth them down, just round them out just a little bit. Take away that hard cut edge. Okay, welcome back. All my slabs are cut. If I'm short a slab or two, I'll have to go back to the drawing board and roll out some more, because right now our studio is closed and so everything is hand rolled out with a rolling pin. So first of all, in order to do this exact same project, you would need a drape mold. This is an Amico 9-inch drape mold, and yeah, if you want to make your own, you can on the wheel, but as I said, our studio is closed and I don't have a wheel at home. And or you could use any bisque form that you might have around. I like this one. It's a nice size, and okay, we're ready to go. So this is very simple. Lots of people have asked me about it. So here's my slabs. I've already rounded the edges a little bit, the front edges where the texture is. I'm going to take it upside down, lay it over, and center it as best I can. A little short, but it's pottery. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not from China. This would be from Florida, which is why I'm in my lanai. It's probably why you see sweat on my forehead. Okay, that guy is down. That is my main centerpiece, and he is laying there. Now, my next piece I'm going to take, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but opposite direction. Center him as best I can. That's how it ends up. Pretty cool. Now, all of this clay came directly out of the bag and is not re-wedged or used. So I am having no problem without slipping and scoring them. I will give them a little push, encourage them to stay together. And, yeah, okay, so there we go. Now I'm ready to do my sides. And doesn't really matter where you start, but we'll pick up another one of the longer ones. I've got longer ones and some shorter ones depending on. And now your decision is, how big of gaps do you want in this? I picture them for bread or fruit on the table or something like that. So it's not going to fall through even if it's pretty big. So it just depends on what you want to do. Okay, so it's going to go like that. Right now it's over this one and over, both of these are over, which I'm not going to allow to happen. So I'm going to pick up, just kind of get my bearings here so that the gap is about the same on this side as on this side. And they are. And then I can push this down a little bit. Now we're going to take another one, come to the opposite side, do the exact same thing. Is this one shorter? Nope, they're both the same. Okay. And that'll go fine. I'm not even worried if they're too short. I just think the last one I made came out so cute with it being not perfectly round and symmetrical at the top. I liked it like that. Okay. I'm pushing them together. All right. Now I've done 3 this direction and only 1 this direction. So now I'm going to come back and do this side. So I'm going to take another one here. It's going to go over this middle one, but under the other 2. So putting it in its spot here. Again, because this clay just came out of the bag, it's pretty flexible and workable. I did not let this slats sit around. Say that 3 times fast. I didn't let them sit around at all and dry up. And okay, so now I've got the second one here. I think I'm going to use this one, and I need to cut it a little bit because this is too long. Okay, it's going to go here and up. And it's going to go over the middle one, again, just like the other side. And then under, keeping my spaces pretty even. Not measuring, just doing that. Okay, so now I've got 3 going this direction and 3 going this direction. I have pushed on these. I will roll on these. I will sponge on these. I've never lost the texture that's on the bottom closest to the drape mold. Okay, now I've got some pieces left over here, like this. None of these are very long, just the way that I rolled them out. These 2 I think are the longest, so I'll put them 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4. I'm probably going to roll out more clay. I just love doing that in the Florida heat, in my lanai. So you see this doesn't come to the edge, but again, I don't mind that because you'll see in the end how it kind of comes out cool. Okay, it goes, no, we're gonna go under this one and over those. Just want to keep them both about even though, and they're about even. Excited because our community's starting to have a conversation about reopening our studio, like potentially May 15th. It's very exciting news because we're all a little frustrated being in our homes, understandably. Okay, so I put the 2 short ones on either end of those. Now I have 2 more that are sort of short. Now look at this one. See how this is crooked at the end? I'm not going to worry about that yet. Not going to worry about it. I don't worry about much with pottery anyway, but okay. Now if you want to go back and redo and make sure you had longer ones to make it a bigger bowl, go for it. I like the odd even look. Okay, and then this one's going to go here. Okay, so I think I would put in 1 more, and 2 more, so you have to make them even on the sides at least. Right now, I've got it all even there, but I want something else, so I'm going to need I'm sure, one piece. One piece. It's gotta come up a little bit more. So I only need to do a little bit. So I will be right back. Okay, I think I'm good now. I've got this one here is gonna go under the middle. Curve. I curve these because you can't go straight, it's a curved object. Press and then come the opposite side, and this one goes under here and curve and press. Okay, now I'm going to take a sponge. Fix this. I'm going to take a sponge, but it's really not. Can I drip a little water in it? Barely, because you don't want to wet it all up. And I'm going to go over each of my areas here, kind of pressing down. 1, 2, count, go, across. I do all the ones in the one direction first, and then I'll go and do the other side. And I want to show you this next thing after you just compressing them. Here is what I'm doing. Nothing you haven't done a million times before. And then go this direction. And you know, I really feel fortunate that studio's closed, but I live in Florida. Okay, so let's do two over here. And at least I can be out in my lanai doing my pottery. At least hand building. And I like hand building. It's very relaxing. Okay, I may decide to add 2 more slips onto this. I may. I'm gonna hold off. But I don't want you to miss this step. This step's important. Do you have a rubber tip tool? Take your rubber tip tool, and where the 2 overlap, I want to close those seams off nicely. And so this takes quite a while because you don't want to miss any. I even see you have to look under sometimes to get under here. And you want to make sure you do every single one. You don't want to miss them. So that's boring for you to watch. So I'm going to shut you off, but I'll come back and decide whether or not I'm going to put 1 extra lap here and then texture it. See you in a few minutes. I finished with the rubber tip tool, or at least I think it did, because now I just saw a spot I missed, which is okay. All right, now I finished, or hopefully. I am going to take what's this tool called? I don't know. Mini roller. It's not what it's called. Something else. And just kind of compress again before I do my last 2 steps, and then leave it for about an hour. I'll go on a bike ride with my hubby, and then it will be ready. If you don't have one of these, I don't think it's a big deal. Just skip it. I just like to press it all down there. Okay, now on the other side of the texture, we used one of these and softened all the edges. And you could do that now, soften them like this, and just go over every single one of them, because I don't like harsh edges on my basket here. Or you could take that sponge again and do the same thing, just real quickly. It's barely damp, and just smooth out all the edges. So get rid of those sharp edges. I'm also going to put a foot on this because I like feet. I'm Pisces, I like feet. just helps make sure everything stays down. Now you can see there's too much clay here yet. I'm gonna take that off. Not ready to yet, but soon. Okay, soften all the edges. You see a spot I missed? I did go back and add the lower pieces that I was missing. I decided I wanted them. Okay, go over all the edges. There's a lot of edges, don't want to miss any. And if I do, that's okay, I'll get them later. But if I can get them now before I put on the texture, it's better, so then I don't have to go messing with my texture. Now, you don't have to put texture on the outside of your bowl. I just like texture. And as you can see, I am an MKM stamp person. I just dropped one. Well, I won't use that one. I'm an MKM. I need intervention, quick, because they're just so super cute, all of them. I have so many different sizes, but this is the size I'm going to use on the bottom of this piece. All right, I think I've got pretty much those edges all done. If you see any, you can leave them in the comments. Too late. Okay, now, what are you going to do on the bottom? Like I said, I like something. I don't want to just leave it plain, because I do have texture on the other side. It'll be lovely. This will be lovely. But I want texture on both sides, or at least some texture. I don't want to overdo it, but maybe I don't know what that means. So, having said that, let's, I mean, there's so many choices, so many choices. This is really cute, the hand. I love the hand. All right, so I have to do it upside down, because when he's flipped, I want the hand to look like he's waving. All right, so we'll do a couple hands here and there. Let's see, here. And let's go here. And here. All right, hand is done. Next, I really like the swirl. So I'm gonna do a bunch of swirls, because I'm a swirl person. Swirl, swirl. Well, maybe we'll put them, we'll just throw them at random here and there. Swirl, swirl up here. Let's put a swirl right at the bottom, because that'll show when we pour. And also put a swirl here. Okay, swirls are out. Now I've got this kind of a swirl. Swirl. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, and I'm gonna put that all kinds of different places too. And I didn't press hard enough. There we go. And we'll put one up here. You know what else this does? It really does help compress the clay into the other piece. See how cute they are? I think they're cute. Like I said, I probably need intervention, but I just think they're adorable. Swirl here. All right. Now, let's, this is a fun little piece. And I have this too, but I don't need that. I'm just going to take my finger on this. I'm just going to wet it up just a little bit and put some of these in here. And I'll show you what they look like. Like little stone walls. Okay. Cute. Bunch of those around the place. Put it over there. What should we do next? I've got flowers. I've got a dolphin. A manatee. Oh my God. Do you love manatees? I love manatees. I have to put some in. Make sure he's not upside down. Manatees are in our marina here in our community in Florida, and they are just, I love them. They're adorable. They're huge. Every once in a while you get lucky and see a baby. Okay, put a dolphin. No, let's not fight the manatee. How about, ooh, ginkgo leaf? They're cute. They're cute. I don't have many spots left, so that's cute. 1, 2, 3. I'll put 3 in a spot. There's a spot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so cute. 1, 2, 3, and here. 1. Sometimes I put these on here, and on my final step, I carve them away, but that's okay. Okay, one more choice. Let's, Florida palm tree. Adorable. Oh, that's cute. Let's find empty spots. This one here and this one here. How did those get blank? Well, they're probably gonna have feet over them. Probably not gonna see it, but we'll throw a little flower, and if we do see them, well, maybe we'll see part of the flower. All right, cute. MKM stamps away, and next we're gonna cut away some of this excess. Now this is a plaster drape mold. You really don't want to hit it with your knife. So I'm just gonna stay. I have it up on a prop board, so it's not sitting flat on my banding wheel. I'm just gonna take some of this away so it's not on the banding wheel, and then you can always come back later. Take a little bit more away. Don't cut myself. Quarantine. Don't want to go to the hospital. I really miss the pug mill. I've had to be wedging all my clay. It's not my favorite pottery job. Okay, that's off. Almost to the end here. Okay. Alright, I missed that spot because I probably couldn't see it. All right. Feet. Well, there's a couple feet I like. Generally, I think I like the ring, which means I need to get some more clay and roll it out. See you in a bit. My foot is rolled out and it's been drying for a few minutes. I'm taking this cookie cutter and my ring, my foot ring, is just a little larger than this. So I kind of press this in to give me a nice line. I'm just going back and just giving a little soft line so I know approximately where my foot's going to be. Oh, okay. There. So Now I can slip, because it's a little bigger than that, so we're just going to go right around the outside of it. And this is Kentucky Mud Works Ice Man clay that I'm working with, which is white, buff, whatever clay. I really like the clay. Okay. And then I'm going to scratch it, score it. Gotta have a banding wheel, right? Oh my goodness, this makes it so much easier. And then I'm gonna go back over that with some extra slip. There goes one of my designs. Goodbye, little palm tree. And there goes a manatee. I knew that would happen. Okay. Now, I've got my foot ring all set to go. I'm going to slip and score the part that's going to attach to my bowl. Can you see what I'm doing? You know what slipping and scoring is anyway. Okay. And I'm going to go, I'm slipping, scoring, slipping. Okay, so Florida, it's very warm out here. Everything dries very quickly. Okay, and now I'm going to put it on its spot. Looks like maybe a little bit more there. If I were a little taller, this would be so much easier for me because I keep it on my tippy toes. I'm going to press down into the clay. You can see I did texture my foot with a different texture. It's not on the bowl. I don't know if it's on the inside. I forgot what it. No, it's not on the inside either. It's nowhere else except on the foot. Okay, we want to make sure they grab. Again, banding wheel. It's worth the money. Okay, now we're going to clean it up. Gotta go back and put a little texture on that guy right there. Something. I get to use my KMs again. And the inside as well. I feel badly for all the folks out there who get their hair colored. Clearly I don't. This is my naturals. So I'm not in a pickle, but I know lots of women are. Okay. Then we're going to go back with our rubber tip tool. I don't want any old clay on this one. I dip it in the water. And I'm going to seal these edges. That. Let's get a clean brush and just go over it. Get any sloppy stuff off. would go on the inside. Make sure that's all done. That looks really good on the inside. That looks really good. I hope this has helped everybody. I'm not a professional potter. I was a professional teacher. I taught civics, so if you want to know about the Constitution, just ask. Okay, I do want to put on, I know, I'm obsessed. We lost a manatee. Maybe somebody will put a manatee right here. Oh yeah, that's cute. And we lost that palm tree there, so we'll put a manatee here too. And sort of lost something here too. Don't know what it was. I don't know. We'll put a ginkgo there. And I think all of our spots are done. Now, I am going to cover this with plastic. I am going for a bike ride, and then I'm going to come back and we'll check it out. And, okay. Bam. So about an hour has gone by now, and we're going to take a look into the plastic. And it should be about ready to take off. And we're just going to see. Okay, so there's our foot ring, nicely attached. So usually I do this at lower, but then you wouldn't be able to see it. So what I do is just kind of pull up the edges to see if it'll give. Oh, and it just did. Maybe you even saw it. Okay. All right, moved a little, but that's okay. It's together. I'm going to alter it anyway, so. All right, now I can make sure my tops are really attached. I don't want to do anything else with them until I know they're attached. I know I've got this empty spot there, but we're going to cut away that. I like every single one to be unique, and this spot too. We're just pressing. Sometimes I'll throw a little slip in there. Doing it now. Isn't much to really press down. Sometimes it's hard to get the edges because of the form. All right, now it has a really rough, rustic look. Make sure. Probably could have used a few more minutes on the form, but it's off now. Just making sure everything here is out. Good. All right. So, funky is what I think of these bowls. Must be from the 60s, right? Yeah, how am I going to do it? Now it's up to decide where do I want to go with the... So I see like this spot here, 1, 2, 3, 4, opposite each other's, have openings. And I could leave those openings just like that in rustic, smoothing down the edges a little bit. Could do that. Or I could cut away a little bit. I think I'm going to cut away a little bit. I think I'm going to have a lower bowl. I'll lose some of my texture. But I still think I want to do it. Let me just fix this in here. All right, so I think I'm going to start by taking each of those 4 empty spots and scaling away some clay, cutting it away. That, and then This is an XL knife, and it is sharp. That point. If you want to see a drop of blood, just stick that right near your finger. Super sharp. Okay, back here. There's no rhyme or reason to this. This is just how you feel. So I opened up all of those spots. This one's the least open, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 open spots. I like that. That'll work. I'll look across on each other at these. They're about the same height. It's a little different where the slats are, but that's okay. And these are same thing. So now I'm just going to go over my edges because I don't really want sharp edges anywhere. So I am definitely supporting this because it is still tender, soft leather hard. And it's going to hold its shape, but I don't like this edge. Black that out. So get rid of all the sharp edges, just like we did. On the inside, we used the plastic. But on the outside, I used my sponge. And again, this sponge is barely wet. Barely. Sometimes I actually have to go back and wet a little bit more. This is an absolutely necessary tool if you're going to try making one of these folks. Hope you're all staying safe in quarantine. We try to shop as infrequently as possible. And we actually don't shop. We decided that sending 2 people to the store was potentially twice as problematic than sending 1 person. So hubby is the shopper in our family. Pretty much was anyway before the quarantine. But now he definitely is. And he comes in and got all the doors open, he jumps in the shower. And I wipe down all the groceries. Are you doing that? Are you wiping down all your groceries? I don't know. Is it necessary? I don't know. We've been doing it. I'm not sick, but I don't know if it's really necessary. All right, I went all the way around. Oops, no, I didn't. You can see right here, I didn't do this. The nice thing when you do this, you can really see the difference between the softened edges and the cut edges. Whew. My neighbor's air conditioner is running all day today. It's a steamer. And yet, here I am outside. Alas. If you want to do pottery, and you don't have a studio, you gotta go somewhere. All right. Well, what do you think? I think you can do it. I think it's fun. Really can't wait to see them glazed too. That will be awesome fun. Take care.